This is TWiT.
ZDNet's Mary Jo Foley, who also co-hosts Windows Weekly right here on TWiT, reports her sources tell her Microsoft will lay off another group of employees to be announced internally this Thursday the 18th as part of its larger planned cuts of 18,000 people. That was announced by the company back in July when it cut 13,000 employees in a first wave of layoffs. The company says it's realigning its worldwide workforce by cutting those 18,000 jobs total, with 12,500 of the cuts coming from employees from within Nokia's handset and services business, of course, acquired by Microsoft. CEO Satya Nadella told employees back in July that the vast majority of the cuts would happen over a 6-month period between July 2014 and January 2015. As a result of the layoffs, Microsoft will incur pre-tax charges of $1.1 billion to $1.6 billion for severance and related benefits costs over the next 4 quarters. It's expensive to lay people off, turns out. Apple's iPhone 6 and 6 Plus will be NFC capable when they start shipping out to customers this Friday. But Cult of Mac reports that its Apple sources say the company's NFC chips won't be open to developers, at least not when Apple Pay launches in October. NFC will be rolled into that. Apple has declined to comment on future plans for its NFC chip. But at the company's iPhone event last week, an Apple Watch demo did show video of a watch unlocking a hotel room using NFC. So some partners may get preferential access down the line, depending on deals that they may have in place with the iPhone maker. Speaking to journalist Charlie Rose in the second half of a 2-part interview that aired last night on PBS, Apple CEO Tim Cook said that the company has no interest in gathering information on its users, does not read user emails, does not read iMessages, and that the company's goal is to avoid having a big collection of data when it gets requests from the National Security Agency for user information. Cook told Rose, quote, "We have hundreds and millions of customers, so it's a very rare instance that there's been any data asked, and one of the reasons is we don't keep a lot. We're not the treasure trove of places to come to." After Apple's 2-factor authentication system for the iCloud.com suite of web apps disappeared back in June, many people blamed that, at least partially, on the recent iCloud celebrity photo scandal that saw users' private data stolen. Well, it looks like 2-factor auth is back, baby. The feature requires users to verify their identity via either an SMS code or a device connected to their iCloud login ID. The addition of the 2-factor verification comes following CEO Tim Cook's promise to beef up security after that iCloud breach. You should really turn it on. It's for your own good. According to data from search marketing company, data company AdGuru, Amazon spent $157.7 million. That's the most money by any company by a wide margin on Google search ads in the U.S. last year, 2013. Well, why is that interesting? Well, because Amazon has increased its own search and display ad selling on its own site and other sites as well, which also puts it in direct competition with Google's ad business. Playing both sides, are you, Amazon? Last year, the company made $750 million in worldwide advertising revenue and is expected to pull in more than $1 billion this year. That's according to estimates from digital data firm eMarketer. In July of this year, the company spent nearly $19.5 million on Google search ads alone and $1.2 million on Microsoft Bing search ads. AdGuru CEO Rich Stokes tells Ad Age. Amazon's #1 ranking is based on AdGuru data for desktop search ads on Google properties, doesn't include mobile search ads or search ads shown on third-party properties that use Google as their site's search engine. This is some fun news for all you NASA buffs. Today, NASA made public which private companies it will partner with to transport its human crew to space on future missions. And new contracts worth $6.8 billion were awarded to Boeing and SpaceX to build spacecrafts and rockets and other spacey things for NASA's Commercial Crew Program. Both companies will produce and manage components designed to transport human crews to the International Space Station and beyond. It's here for beyond and keeps the U.S. from relying on Russia's space program. This is the first time in 40 years that a new mission involving a U.S.-built manned spacecraft for deep space travel has begun. NASA has worked with private companies like SpaceX in the past to transport cargo to the ISS, as well as launch satellites beyond Earth's atmosphere. The commercial missions are scheduled to take place in 2017. That's when NASA's current contract with Russia ends.